That was a good spot.
After jumping my fully loaded motorcycle across the Snake River, where Evel Knievel failed several years earlier, I camped on the edge of the Snake River Canyon just across the jump site and got everything filthy. I didn't realize that this wasn't really grass I was sleeping in. It was more like a very thin weed on the side of the road, and got up the next morning and washed my sleeping bag and a few other clothes that had gotten into basically cow funk. And then I headed south into Nevada to hopefully hang out with my buddy Jamie. Adventure Glide on YouTube. I saw a few cows wandering down the side of the road in this Indian reservation known as Duck Valley. Pretty cool little res, but the coolest thing was this canyon that I wound up riding down all the way into my new campsite, which was WildHorse Reservoir. And my friend Jamie actually had a year-long pass that he loaned me, so I could stay at the reservoir campground for free. It was pretty amazing. But this the canyon I'm riding down here was just amazing, and there's a very interesting story that I'm not going to tell in this video, but I will tell in the next video about the Mormon zombie apocalypse. And that's going to be an interesting story. You don't want to miss that. But riding down the canyon before I get to the reservoir, the canyon basically goes all the way down to the reservoir, and it's just amazing. You can't really see that much detail with my high-speed time lapse, but once I got through the canyon, I did not have internet, and I needed to find a place that did, and it just so happens there was this little pub that I pulled into that had internet, so I could contact Jamie. He sent me back up to the reservoir and finally found my camp spot and hung out until I could ride the canyon again the next day, which was again extraordinary. without breaking my damn ankle might be pretty cool. Question I have is, where'd they get all these damn logs from? Oh, there's a TV in here, so this place is probably not that old. I mean, has it been abandoned that long? Check out the roof. That is pretty amazing. Looks like straw in between. So I guess the foundation just kind of sunk, and that's kind of why it fell apart, I'm guessing. It's an old stove. I bet you could totally make this work. So most of it is big timbers, and then you've got boards on the floor, and you've got some boards, I guess, for the walls. Yeah, I guess that's like some kind of a sheetrock, some kind of a, not even much insulation, more like a fiberboard. Yeah, that's like a fiberboard. Huh. Very interesting. And then the roof is just some long thin sticks with some straw to keep the water out. I guess it just really doesn't rain that much here. It's very interesting. Maybe the house is 100 years old. Probably less than that. It's probably 75 years old. Somebody just decided to make an old log cabin. And that is a hell of a nail. Wow, look at that thing. Now we're going to go look at the stone house, which is not much better shape. Well, you could, I'm guessing you could jack that up and repair that. Yeah, what is that? Straw covered by mud. That's exactly what that is. That's like a cob house, or a cob roof. It's exactly what that is. It is a straw and mud cob roof. Looks like that probably's got some cob in the cracks too. I bet that totally worked. And this looks like a better structure. Looks like it's got some decent masonry, but why is this thing collapsed? Makes you wonder. Oh, it smells so good in here with that sage. Almost looks like somebody started and never finished. It looks like it's been crushed. It's been down a while. Got that big bush growing up out of there. I don't see the rest of it. This is so weird looking. Oh, this is just the wall here. The wall has collapsed, so maybe they just don't have good foundations here. This looks like this could be 100 years old. Yeah, you can see that door frame is tilted, so obviously the foundation sunk, this wall collapsed, but where's the rest of it? Well, this is what I get instead of going to Tuscarora, the ghost town that's 100 miles down a dirt road, or at least it appeared to be 100 miles down a washboard dirt road, which I just decided I wasn't in the mood for. Too long of a trip down a bad road where I have no internet. I still got internet out here, which is fine with me. I'm completely down with riding places I can actually call for help. Yeah. So I'm sitting in here in the shade underneath the little picnic area camping spot I've got, and I'm looking across the lake and 3/4 of the way to the other side. I'm thinking that's like 2 miles, maybe more, to the other side of the lake. I'm seeing what I thought initially was somebody swimming really fast and then diving. And I saw it a couple of times, like, that's not a human. That's something else. And I'm thinking, well, heck, maybe that's a big duck that's swimming after something. Then I started thinking, man, there's a shark out there swallowing ducks or something. Anyway, pulled out the glass, and I still couldn't see anything. But then I started looking way across there in the green. I don't know if you can see it from here, but I'm going to try to zoom in and show you what I'm seeing. See if you agree with me. That is a small herd of pronghorn. I thought it was ducks because they're about the same size as the ducks that I can see through the glass. But yeah, I can't even show you. But yeah, it's I don't know, 20, 30 pronghorn that are, I think there's only one standing up still. They're all kind of crashed out in the grass there. Nice little spot. There's probably 4, 5, 6 miles between the nearest human, if you don't count me. Yeah, I just thought it was kind of cool. Glad I brought the glass along so I can see. It always proves to be valuable at some point, even though it's heavy and bulky. It's you get to see things with the glass that you can't normally see. And that's as far as I can zoom in, unfortunately. So there's lots more coming next time. From WildHorse Reservoir, we discover the Mormon zombie apocalypse, and then Jamie and I take a ride to the most remote town and road in America. It's pretty fascinating stuff, so see you then.